Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. This is where we plunge into your sources, articles, research, our own notes, and surface with the most compelling nuggets of knowledge and insight.
Yeah, consider this your fast track to truly understanding complex subjects, and often with a few unexpected twists along the way.
Exactly. Now, before we embark on today's adventure, we really want to send a heartfelt thank you to every single one of you who has already subscribed to the All Sorts podcast on YouTube.
Seriously, your support is what fuels these deep dives. It means a lot.
It really does. And if you haven't yet, hey, come join our growing community of explorers. Just hit that subscribe button on YouTube for the All Sorts podcast.
And maybe share our episodes with fellow knowledge seekers.
Please do, and follow us on X, Instagram, and Threads. It's genuinely how we keep uncovering these hidden gems of the world together. So today, we're embarking on a journey into a name that surprisingly holds not one, but two utterly fascinating enigmas. Kryptos.
Right, Kryptos. It's a classic case, really, of a single word hiding entirely different worlds.
Totally. Each one kind of invites us to peel back layers of mystery. So what secrets are we ready to unpack for you today?
Well, our sources for this deep dive are pretty varied, which actually reflects the topic itself. We've got a detailed album review of a heavy metal band,
Okay.
historical records, and extensive interviews about a famous sculpture,
Right.
and even a series of public discussions from places like Reddit. So our mission is to navigate these seemingly, disparate threads.
To unveil what makes each Kryptos so intriguing.
Exactly. And ultimately what they might reveal about our universal human drive to decipher and understand, that kind of innate curiosity.
Okay, let's start with perhaps the more widely known Kryptos, the enigmatic sculpture. It's nestled on the grounds of the Central Intelligence Agency headquarters, Langley, Virginia.
Ah, yes, that Kryptos.
It's a truly striking piece, isn't it? This curved copper wall just filled with punched-out characters. It feels like an enduring invitation to unlock its secrets.
Definitely. Erected back in the early 1990s, the artist is Jim Sanborn, Herbert James Sanborn Jr., actually.
And what immediately strikes you about this piece isn't just its form, but its purpose, right? The whole theme behind it.
Absolutely. The name itself, Kryptos, that comes straight from the ancient Greek word for hidden.
Perfect for the CIA, then.
Couldn't be more fitting, yeah. It sets the stage perfectly for a sculpture whose theme is, appropriately enough, intelligence gathering. And what's fascinating is how Sanborn designed it as a riddle within a riddle. He's talked about that a lot.
A riddle within a riddle. How so?
Well, the main sculpture has 869 characters, specifically 865 letters and 4 question marks.
Okay.
But just to keep things interesting, Sanborn intentionally left out one letter, said it was for aesthetic reasons.
Okay.
And he even included 3 misspelled words in the original plaintext message.
No way. Deliberately misspelled.
Yep. Plus, you'll spot 3 little superscript letters, YAR, on the sculpture, like a masterclass in coded communication, a physical manifestation of secrets.
So a riddle, hidden meaning, deliberate misspellings, and extra letters. He really threw everything at it.
He did.
Yeah.
And despite decades of effort, from some really brilliant minds,
Yeah.
only 3 of its 4 encrypted passages have been solved.
Yeah.
That 4th one, still one of the world's most famous unsolved codes. It's a living mystery.
Incredible. Has Sanborn given any hints? Surely he's dropped something over the years.
Oh, he has. He's offered some, let's say, intriguing clues. For passage 2, for instance, he revealed that the plaintext includes the line, "Who knows the exact location? Only WW."
WW? Who's WW?
That refers to William Webster. He was the CIA director at the time the sculpture was dedicated.
Okay. Makes sense.
And get this, the coordinates mentioned in passage 2's plaintext, they actually point to a real spot. It's about 174 feet, maybe 53 meters, southeast of the sculpture itself.
Wait, really? So the code contains actual usable coordinates?
Exactly. It literally points to a specific location on the CIA grounds right near the sculpture.
That's amazing. So it's not just a puzzle, it's like a treasure hunt built into the code. That's incredibly meta.
It really highlights Sanborn's mischievous genius, doesn't it? And for the still unsolved passage 4, K4 as they call it, he kept teasing.
More clues.
Yep. In 2020, he revealed that the ciphertext QPRNGSS, that's at positions 26 to 34, translates to northeast.
Northeast, okay.
And then, just a few months later, another piece. FLRV, positions 22 to 25, means east.
Significant breadcrumbs for sure, but still not the whole solution.
It's still elusive. Keeps the fascination going.
I'm curious about the parts that are solved. Do they give us a peek into Sanborn's mind? Maybe like his inspiration?
Absolutely. Passage 3's plaintext, it's quite revealing. It's pretty evocative, actually. It reads, "Slowly, desperately, slowly, the remains of passage debris that encumbered the lower part of the doorway was removed."
Desperately spelled wrong. There's one of the misspellings.
That's it. It continues. "With trembling hands, I made a tiny breach in the upper left-hand corner, and then, widening the hole a little, I inserted the candle and peered in the hot air, escaping from the chamber, caused the flame to flicker. But presently, details of the room within emerged from the mist X. Can you see anything, Q?"
Wow. That sounds familiar. King Tut's tomb, Howard Carter.
Exactly. It's a direct reference to Carter's discovery. Sanborn confirmed this was a huge inspiration. It really underscores his deep interest in archaeology and, the whole act of uncovering hidden things.
That makes so much sense when you look at Sanborn's background. The mystery seems to stem from the artist himself.
Right. His early life really shaped that fascination. His dad worked at the Library of Congress.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, exposed Jim to vast resources, influential people. His first steps in art were practical, ceramics, but then he met professional artists Jack and Nancy Camden Witt. They showed him being a full-time artist was like a real path.
And the archaeology connection.
Well, a truly pivotal moment was when he found an actual 11th century hidden passageway during an archaeology course at Oxford.
No kidding, he found one himself.
He did, and that, plus handling things like the Dead Sea Scrolls and a Gutenberg Bible through his father's work, it all clearly fueled this profound interest in exposing secrets, making the hidden visible.
It almost sounds like creating Kryptos was inevitable for him.
You could say that, and the sheer labor involved. It's staggering. This wasn't a quick sketch.
How long did it take?
The physical process, just cutting the letters into the copper, took 2.5 years. 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year.
Just cutting letters for 2.5 years.
Yep. He had assistants, maybe up to 20 over time, but they often only lasted a week or two. Some apparently started dreaming about cutting letters. It was intense, repetitive work.
I can imagine the dedication is unreal.
And he even composed the plain text himself. Initially, he tried to get the author John le Carré to write it.
Wow, le Carré. That would have been something.
It would have, but Sanborn ended up writing it. Imagine the pressure creating a secret code for the CIA.
Yeah, speaking of the CIA, that relationship sounds complex. He was chosen because he had experience working with things held secret, right?
Exactly. But he said his motivation wasn't political. It was more like he wanted to play their game, but also not deny art to the agency's employees, who were proud of their work. A unique mix of artistry and maybe a bit of subversive wit.
Definitely sounds like it. And didn't things get weird when he had to hand over the solution?
Oh yeah, classic Sanborn story. He was tasked with giving the plaintext to the Department of Historical Intelligence. So what does he do? He cuts the English text into sentence strips, shuffles them up.
Like a ransom note.
Sort of. Then he presents 2 sets to 2 different analysts. And he famously dismissed a third analyst who had a photographic memory.
You're kidding. Why?
Too risky, presumably.
Yeah.
One analyst was apparently so overwhelmed by the responsibility, she started shaking violently. The department ended up refusing to take responsibility for it.
Wow. And then there was the dumpster diving.
Ah, yes. The boldly, insanely stole quote. He admitted taking pulped secret documents from CIA dumpsters.
What? Why?
He used it as a bargaining chip at the dedication ceremony. Apparently traded access to this pulp paper for the supposed full solution with William Webster.
Supposed solution?
Well, Sanborn later hinted he didn't necessarily give them the entire code, just adding another layer to the whole enigma. Very provocative.
Unbelievable. So how did the sculpture go over publicly?
It exploded. Went global within 2 days of the dedication.
Yeah.
It instantly became this Trojan horse, allowing media to film inside the CIA grounds.
It became a symbol.
A powerful symbol of the CIA and secrecy itself. And the CIA, they were smart. They embraced it, used it for PR, recruitment, even training cryptographers.
Makes sense.
Its fame just grew and grew, especially with the internet. Went from like 550 Google hits to over 500,000. And then the Da Vinci Code connection happened.
Oh, right. It was mentioned in the book, wasn't it?
Mentioned. And part of the code was even featured on the book's cover. That sent its notoriety into the stratosphere, became this huge cultural touchstone.
But what about Sanborn personally? All this fame, did it benefit him?
Financially. He said he made almost no profit from it, despite calling it the Energizer Bunny of any artwork.
Really? Wow.
And it wasn't all positive attention. He faced threatening emails, letters, even from people with weapons. He observed that cryptography seems to attract, well, crazies.
That's concerning.
Yeah. He noted that there's a certain level of madness involved in cryptography, as there's a certain level of madness involved in making art. But he didn't stop exploring these themes.
He made other cryptographic art.
He did. Pieces like Untitled Kryptos piece, another called Cyrillic Projector, that one had encrypted Russian KGB documents, but he said it was fairly easy to crack.
Okay.
And Antipodes, which actually recycled some text from Kryptos. Later, he got into projection cylinders displaying texts in different languages, different kind of language code, always pushing that idea of exposing the unseen.
Okay, so from the silent coded walls of Langley, let's do a hard shift, a really hard shift.
Right. Prepare for sonic change.
We're turning our attention to the other cryptos. This one speaks not in ciphers, but in thunderous riffs.
That's the one.
It's a name that holds an entirely different kind of hidden power, emerging from the heavy metal scene in Bangalore, India.
Indeed. We're talking about Kryptos, India's premier heavy metal band. They actually formed back in the mid-90s. Used to be called 8 on the Richter.
8 on the Richter. I like that. So they've been around a while.
They have. And they've become a really consequential player in what folks call the new wave of traditional heavy metal, or NWHM scene.
NWHM. Like bringing back the classic 80s metal sound.
Exactly. It's a global thing, revitalizing those sounds. Their sound is described as an atypical blend. You get the new wave of British heavy metal, think Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, that melodic power.
Okay, the classics.
Right. But they mix that with the more aggressive edge of early German heavy and thrash metal. Bands like Accept, Creator, Destruction.
Ooh, nice combo. Aggression and melody.
Yeah. Their sound is really consistent. It feels like a time capsule from the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
Pure, unadulterated, classic metal.
Yeah.
Stands out from a lot of modern stuff.
And they're still active, still putting out music.
Absolutely. Forging their path. Their latest album, Decimator, just came out July 5th, 2024. That's their 7th full length.
7th album, wow. What's the verdict on Decimator?
Reviews are strong. Described as a rock-solid slab of old-school goodness. It's tight, 2 clocks in at just 31 minutes across 9 tracks.
Lean and mean.
Totally. Praised for precise and concise songwriting, high energy, shows a band totally in command of their sound. The lead vocalist, Nolan Lewis, he's the only founding member left.
Okay.
He delivers this raspy, static growl, reminds people of thrash icons like Schmear from Destruction or Petrosa from Creator. Raw power.
Nice. And the guitars. Metal lives and dies by the riffs, right?
Definitely. And the riff work from Lewis and lead guitarist Rohit Chaturvedi gets compared to greats like Brian Tatler from Diamond Head or Dave Murray from Maiden. High praise.
That is high praise. What about the rhythm section? Bass and drums.
Equally impressive, foundational to their sound. Vasu Chandran on bass gets described as having a Steve Harris-like performance.
Whoa, like Maiden's galloping bass.
Exactly, that driving feel. And Vijit Singh on drums provides a driving roar. Powerful, precise percussion keeps the energy just relentlessly high.
Sounds intense. Any standout tracks mentioned?
Yeah, a few. Sirens of Steel and Fall to the Spectre's Gaze are called kinetic, blending early Metallica intensity with vintage Priest melody.
Okay, I can hear that.
The title track, Decimator, apparently goes into Painkiller territory. Super fast, super intense.
Whoa, like Judas Priest's Painkiller. That's serious speed.
Right. But then they also have these fist-pumping anthems like Turn Up the Heat and We Are the Night. Slower, maybe, but just as intense and memorable. Shows their range.
Nice. Any curveballs?
Well, there's a gloriously haunting acoustic interlude called Solaris. Kind of like those acoustic intros Metallica used to do in the mid-'80s before launching into something heavy.
Cool touch.
Builds atmosphere.
Yeah, and another track, In the Shadow of the Blade, is highlighted as just pure, classic, heavy metal embodiment. Overall, the album got an 8.5, rated excellent. So yeah, they're delivering.
That's fantastic. And beyond the studio, you mentioned they're influential. Have they toured much?
Yeah.
Especially internationally?
Oh, they have a significant touring history. It really shows their impact, breaking barriers. Back in 2009, they supported Iron Maiden.
The Iron Maiden.
Yep. In Bangalore, their hometown, played to about 17,000 fans. Massive crowd.
Incredible opportunity.
Huge. Then, in 2010, they became the first indie metal band to do a full cross-country European tour. Played festivals like Rock Marathon in Hungary, Flaming Open Air in Germany. That was a statement.
Absolutely. Paving the way.
For sure. 2014, they partnered with Seaside Touring, played Inferno Metal Festival in Norway, opened for Destruction and Rotting Christ back home, did a 17-date European tour called Apollyon Rising, part of the Wacken Road Show.
Wacken? Wow, that's the big leagues. It is. They kept supporting major bands, Death Angel in 2016, Sacred Reich in 2017 on their big anniversary tour. That tour included Rockhorse and Wacken, and
Yeah.
again, they called that the most defining tour in their history.
Sounds like it. They really earned their stripes.
Definitely. And in 2019, they did their first headlining European tour, even played in Malta. It's quite a journey for a band from Bangalore,
Yeah.
carved out a real international presence.
Okay, so let's bring these two worlds back together. We have Kryptos, the sculpture silent, coded, mysterious. And Kryptos, the band, loud, powerful, channeling metal history.
Two completely different entities, same name.
Right. This unexpected coexistence. This ancient Greek word for hidden, applied to CIA art and Indian heavy metal. It highlights something broader, doesn't it? Some kind of human fascination.
I think that's precisely it. Both of these Kryptos entities, each in their own unique way, they engage with this concept of unveiling or deciphering.
How so?
Well, the sculpture obviously demands an intellectual unveiling, right? You have to decipher its hidden messages, dig into the layers, the story woven into it.
Okay, that's clear. And the band.
The band's old-school sound, it's like an unveiling of their deep musical roots, their influences. It's raw power unleashed, decimating, like their album title says, any preconceived ideas you might have about metal from India. It reveals this thriving, globally connected scene.
Okay. Unveiling influences, unveiling power, unveiling a scene. Makes sense.
And this connects back beautifully to Jim Sanborn's whole artistic philosophy, exposing things unseen. He applies this across so many diverse fields, not just cryptography.
That's a powerful thread. Tell us more about that drive, exposing things unseen. How else did Sanborn do that?
We'll take archaeology. We talked about his personal experiences finding that hidden passage at Oxford, handling ancient artifacts like the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Gutenberg Bible.
Right, through his father's work.
Exactly. For Sanborn, it seems to be about making tangible evidence of the past, visible, accessible, bringing it out of the hidden archives or the ground. Then there's geology. He worked with splitting stone, which literally revealed the Earth's hidden layers, the geological strata. And he was fascinated by lodestones, magnetic rocks. He worked to visualize their invisible magnetic fields, drawing on nature but also scientific research.
Yeah.
Again, making the invisible visible.
Okay, archaeology, geology.
What else?
Perhaps most provocatively, the atomic age. He did a project called Atomic Time. He recreated parts of the first atomic bomb device.
What? He recreated parts of the
Parts of the device, yeah. And a 1935 particle accelerator from the Carnegie Institution. His goal was to unveil classified nuclear history, to bring these huge, world-changing, often hidden scientific advancements into public view.
That sounds risky.
He calls himself a nonfiction artist. And get this, in 2009, he apparently succeeded in fissioning uranium on a very small scale.
What?
Yeah, he deliberately walked, as he put it, a fine line presenting this stuff, argued it was crucial to expose secrets for critical understanding so the public knows about the forces shaping their world.
Wow. From codes to geology to atomic physics, all under this umbrella of revealing the hidden. That's quite a vision.
That really is. So whether it's the thrill you get from cracking a complex code or discovering those deep historical influences in a band's thunderous sound, or trying to grasp the hidden mechanics of a scientific breakthrough, both of these Kryptos journeys, they offer these profound aha moments, don't they?
They absolutely do. They tap into that universal human desire to uncover, to know, to see beyond the surface. They push us towards deeper understanding.
Which kind of leads to a big question, doesn't it? In today's world, there's just so much information thrown at us.
Overwhelmingly so, yeah.
How do we figure out what truly matters? How do we see past the surface level?
That's the challenge. And these crypto stories, I think, are a great reminder. They show us that knowledge is often layered. It requires active engagement to uncover. You can't just passively receive it.
So, critical thinking, seeking different perspectives.
Essential. Absolutely essential to enrich our understanding, to push beyond the obvious into those really rewarding depths of insight. These stories invite us, really, to look closer, to listen deeper, and always to question what lies beneath.
From the cryptic copper walls of the CIA in Langley
to the thunderous riffs of a metal band shaking stages from Bangalore.
Our deep dive into the two worlds of Kryptos has been quite a journey. Hidden messages, powerful sounds.
And that profound human drive to discover and reveal. It connects them both.
It really does. It's fascinating how a single ancient word for hidden can pop up in such different but equally compelling ways.
Yeah, continually inviting us to look closer, listen deeper, and just truly understand the layers of meaning all around us, often just waiting to be uncovered.
So maybe we leave you with this thought. What hidden aspects of the world, or maybe even of yourselves, are you curious to unveil? What enigmas might be waiting just beneath the surface in your own life, ready for your own deep dive?
Something to ponder.
Definitely. And for more explorations into the fascinating depths of knowledge, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the All Sorts podcast on YouTube. Every click helps us keep digging.
And you can follow us on X, Instagram, and Threads to stay connected between dives.
Thank you so much for diving deep with us today. We look forward to our next adventure together.